Shree Mataji. Link and YouTube channel. These sessions are one at 8 a.m. in the morning, one in the afternoon at 4:15, and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. And all these sessions are geared towards telling you about the basics of Sahaja Yoga, what is Sahaja Yoga, how to meditate, what to expect, and then, of course, go into meditation, which is the most important thing. At the end of these sessions, you may speak with us by joining the Zoom link if you have any questions, or you can leave those in the comments in the YouTube chat. Um, there are also links given of the YouTube channel of speeches of Shree Mataji and WhatsApp groups to join and centers near you for Sahaja Yoga. These are all given in the YouTube chat for you to benefit. We have all these sessions in Hindi, except on Saturday morning, we have a session in Marathi. And on Sunday morning, we have this session in English for seekers who requested to understand in their own languages. So, seekers who have joined and do not understand English, please forgive me for speaking in English today. We have one more session daily at 5:30 p.m., and that is for seekers who have understood the basics now and want to go deeper into meditation. That also happens every day. You can join that and benefit from that. So today we'll try to keep it short and just talk about, what is Sahaja Yoga? How do we benefit from it? Sahaja Yoga is a term coined by Srimati Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see behind me. She started this meditation, you can say, um, method or practice in 1970. And since then, Sahaja Yoga has spread all over the world. And she started by giving realization to one person. Now it's spread, they say, across 150 countries now. So it's been a massive thing. Sahaja Yoga does not charge for anything. So you don't give money to uh, get anything here. And it's completely free of cost. The way it has grown is all by word of mouth of how today I'm speaking with you. You, when you benefit, you also go and talk to others. And so you won't find, very big uh, promotion of Sahaja Yoga or very, very large places. And it could be very simple centers near you where it is practiced because that is the flavor of it. Shree Mataji, when she started, the first thing she put across was that there's nothing in this world that you can pay for something like this. It's so invaluable. So it is truly the highest that we're talking about. And it's completely free of cost, available to all of us. So, what is Sahaja Yoga, in fact? How is it different from others? What is the meaning of this word? Sahaj is a Sanskrit word which means something that is spontaneous. It's easy, it's simple, it happens on its own. For example, all living processes happen on their own. Our breathing, our digestion, the sprouting of a seed, the flower turning into a fruit, birth of a baby. These are all processes made by God and they are run by His living power that is all around. And these are all Sahaj. They all happen spontaneously on their own. Our yoga, our union with the divine, yoga word means the union with the divine, which I think we've sort of missed the point on what it is. That union is also supposed to happen spontaneously. It's only been when it's the same old thing that was practiced in our great country, where we have the heritage of so many great saints and peers and seers and rishis and munis doing tapasya and getting to it in a very long time. It's the same old thing, but it's at the same time it's very new in a way that at those times people used to give one guru would give self-realization to one shish. That was how it was kept. It was kept a little secret also because probably there was no such seeking out there and people were not ready to accept something like this. But many saints talked about self realization, Kundalini awakening, right from Tukaram Kabira, Sant Gyaneshwar. Gyaneshwar, in fact, wrote a Gyaneshwari Gita, and he put a whole chapter about Kundalini, because it is always questioned that Kundalini awakening and self-realization is not much talked about in Gita also. So many such saints put across their thoughts and tried to convey, but it rather got lost because nobody really talked about how to get your self-realization. And that is the main thing. That is what one has to do in the name of spirituality, in the name of religion, in the name of seeking God. That is the highest that one has to get, is their self-realization. The question is how? How do you get it? And it is supposed to be so difficult that, rishis and munis used to do tapasya for ages and lives together, and then they would get. How can we as household people get to something like this? That is the true discovery of Shree Mataji, Nirmala Devi, and Sahaja, where today it is possible to give self-realization en masse to masses. So how does that happen? So the earlier way, as it is described, is like you have a lamp which you have to light, and you put everything all right. You clean it. If it is broken, you put it right. Some screws are not okay. You correct it, and after a long process, you finally light the lamp, and then you can see properly in it. Shmataji says, let's put the light first. In that small light that is coming, you can see what is wrong with you, and you correct yourself. And that is what exactly happens to us when we get this light, this self realization. The power that is all around, that is doing all this spontaneous work that we talked about, starts flowing through us. And it gives us those indications and that knowledge with which we truly know who we are, what we are, and we can then correct ourselves. We can even give this to others and correct them. There's great power when it starts flowing through us. We can use it in any form of life. So, all across, I mean, this is the power of God Almighty, and you feel it in your hands like a cool breeze coming out when you get your self realization. And that cool breeze is described by Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya that happened, who established the four dhams, etc. He wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari, means beautiful vibrations. He says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitan, means cool, cool vibrations. In Bible, it is called as the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. It is really surprising how it is described. There has been talk of, a future time when something like this will happen to all of us. We all will get our higher self. For example, Bhrigu Sanhita, written by Bhrigu Muni 14,000 years ago, is called the father of uh, you know the horoscope knowledge that we have. And he wrote, and the time translates to literally 1970, that such a time will come when people living in their households will get their self-realization. And he described the time as very, very, very beautiful time for such people. And there's a Nal Damayanti Akhyan, which talks of uh, King Nal being separated from his wife by Kali. And King Nal got hold of Kali and said, I'll kill you because your times will come and people will suffer. And we are living in those times, Kali Yuga, the Ghor Kali Yuga, as it is called, the time of confusion and Bhranti. So Kali says, go ahead, king, but first listen to my importance. When my time will come, people living in their households will get their self-realization, who are today searching for God in hills and dales and Himalayas. Listening to this, the king left him. So there are many instances, many scriptures have promised a future where such a time will come. But unfortunately, we do not know how to figure out that that time has come. Even we do not know how to figure out what will happen when we get our self-realization. So what should happen to us when we get our self-realization? First, this cool breeze that we talked about starts flowing through us. We get into a meditative state. We meditate and we are thoughtlessly aware. So we are beyond thoughts and we get a true peace, bliss, and joy in meditation with that. When this power starts flowing through us, it slowly cures us completely inside. So even the physical problems that we know of, many of them have been cured in Sahaja Yoga only through these vibrations flowing. And this is done by people like you and me. So we get that power flowing through us with which we can do this. With this power, also our emotional, mental troubles can be cured. Even the worldly problems get cured because the power that created us, that is taking care of us, we say, Kan Kan mein Bhagwan, that means every molecule and atom has God, but we have never felt it. Once we get connected with that divine power, that starts flowing through us, even worldly problems of people, very mundane like job and money and family troubles and all of this gets resolved easily in time when you meditate and get this power flowing through you. Also, people have done many experiments. So Sahaja Yoga has many scientific aspects to it. Many doctors have got their MDs and PhDs through Sahaja Yoga, of curing through Sahaja Yoga. And many scientists have done experiments on agriculture in Sahaja Yoga. When you vibrate the water with the power flowing through you, it gives tremendous results. So people who have been into different spaces, they have sectors, they have worked on those sectors with this power and have seen great results. In kids, especially, it's a great boon where um, you see that they develop very beautifully and don't have uh, many of the bad habits that we see today and live a very balanced, normal, stress-free life. Today, it's the kids who are seeing stress, depression, and many such things which are leading to them to taking to wrong things like alcohol, drugs, and all of that. So it's something that also helps build a society as we want it. Today, definitely the way we see the world is not how God would have imagined it to be. There is a definite need of something like this that can transform us from inside and not just be a superficial thing that just gives us relaxation or something. That is not spirituality. And doing asanas is not yoga. And reading books and taking mantras doesn't take us to God. It is, so the question is, how is it done? So once the great King Shivaji Maharaj asked his Guru Ramdas Swami, who was a great realized soul, he asked, "Oh Guru, how long does it take for one to get the realization?" Ramdas Swami replied, "It happens that shan, means that very second. But you need someone who can give it and someone who can take it." So that is all it needs, and that is all that is required. And that is how we all get to self realization. It is the most simplest things. And it's very difficult for us to understand how something like this could be so easy. But, it's when we don't realize our own importance, we are built so beautifully by God. He has done all the required things inside us. We just don't happen to know it. And that preparation is already done. So Shree Mataji used to give an example, but let's modernize it a bit. That if there's an island where people have not seen technology and you take a mobile phone to them and tell them you can do so many wondrous things with it, they won't believe it. But as soon as you turn it on, they will see for themselves. So that is what is to be done within us. We have to be turned on. The power needs to just start flowing in. And then we see what we truly are. So, how are we built inside? We'll just take a few seconds to talk about it. So, this is our internal subtle system chart. I'm sure all of us would have seen it by now. It is something that people talk of quite regularly now, chakras and nadis. But this is a knowledge that is ancient to us. Patanjali, if you read his book, he has described it in much, much more details. And we'll quickly just talk about what is Kundalini, what is it that we are talking about here. So the power that created us, now whatever name we call it by, there is a power of divine that created us, that entered through our fontanelle bone area at the top of our head when we were in our mother's womb, 2 to 2.5 months old. This power entered and it did all of this creation. This power, when it entered, it refracted into three parts, a brain being a prism shaped entity. The one coming from the left went to the right, which is in yellow, which is the right channel. We call it as Pingla Nadi. It is also called as the sun channel. It is the channel of all our actions, whether mental or physical. It is also the channel of our future thinking. People who are very futuristic, aggressive, and work too much, they are on this channel a lot. This gets heated up with overactivity, and we develop several diseases because of that. The one coming from the right goes to the left, which is in the blue. It is called as Ida Nadi or the sun channel. It is the channel of our desires and our emotions, also of our past. So people who are all the time living in the past, thinking too much of the past, very emotional, they work on it too much. And any imbalance, we understand in Sahaja Yoga, creates problems and diseases inside us. The one coming in the center creates these chakras, which we um, can call as energy centers or whatever name you like. And these essentially govern our complete self. So these nadis and chakras, there are more, but these are the main chakras and nadis, and they govern our complete being. When we say complete being, it's the physical being, mental being, emotional being, spiritual being. All of this is governed by this. So this is like the root of the tree. When you have to treat a tree, you do not treat one leaf, go to the roots and put the medicine there. So this is our roots, and this is where everything lies, the control. So the energy that created all of this comes and settles down at the end of our spine. There is a triangular bone called as sacrum bone. Very interestingly, the Greeks named it sacrum, means something that is sacred. The energy settled down there and it formed coils, 3.5 coils. Coils in Sanskrit is kundal. And this being our mother energy, she's been with us all of our lives, past lives. And our only goal is to give us our second birth, which is self realization, which is why she's called as Kundalini. She's also called as the power of pure desire inside us. In our lives, we do not know we are seeking something all the time. No, we seek maybe money, jobs, careers, and we are running around like crazy for that all the time. And it's very stressful. But as soon as we get something, after a few days, we realize we're not satisfied. We need something else. So all these desires are, which are mundane, are not pure desires because they do not give us the pure joy. In fact, we realize in life at some point of time by doing trial and error that this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Eventually, people come to spirituality. And that is when, if you get your self realization, you know the pure joy and the pure bliss. Because awakening of the Kundalini is what will give us the true satisfaction. That is how we are actually built. So, this power comes and settles down. And whatever we are today, this personality, because of these chakras and nadis, some permutation and combination, some chakra is stronger, some is weaker, some side is stronger, etc. So all of this governs our complete being. Once this kundalini is awakened, it pierces through 6 centers and finally the fontanelle bone area again here. And the all-pervading power of God, the God's power that is everywhere, we are connected with that for the first time. That power starts flowing through us through this Brahmarandra. It is called as the whole of the Brahma, means the divine. And when it enters, it starts flowing through us. It nourishes, first the Kundalini nourishes, then this power nourishes our chakras and nadis, and that's how we slowly and slowly get better. Even our physical aspect starts getting better, and many diseases get cured, but that's not the focus of Sahaja Yoga. The focus is to get our self-realization. And we feel this power on our palms, on our fingertips, in the center of our palm. We feel this cool breeze coming out. On the fingertips, there are 7 centers, as you saw. They are numbered here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the place of these chakras, actually, they manifest on the grows as plexuses. And plexuses are the crossing points of nadis, channels, nervous system for us. The end point of this nervous system is at the hands and the feet. It's easier to open hands in meditation and see the status of these nadis and chakras on our hands ourselves. So for the first time, we become our own doctors. No months left to live. And one is shocked. What? How can that be? Or if there is an egoistic person, he doesn't know he is egoistic. And nobody can tell him also. But once he gets his realization, he might catch on a particular finger here. And the reason would be because this chakra is catching. So this finger is itching a lot. And then one can tell them this chakra catches only when you are very angry or you're an egoistic person, etc. So slowly and gradually, that person understands and resonates, and it also gets cured in meditation. So these things happen to us, and it's really unbelievable at times, but it happens very easily, very spontaneously. Now, when this power starts flowing through us, as we said, we can use it to cure us, but we can also use it to give realization to others. When one candle is enlightened, it can enlighten many candles. And we can also put others okay. You can see who is a real person, who is a fake person. Today, if it's a great doha by Tulsidas when he says that um, he's putting tilak on in Chitrakoot to everyone. And even when Sri Ramchandra himself comes, he puts a tilak on his forehead. Because what is our way to realize or figure out that a divine person has come? We do not know. How can we know? We do not have the eyes to know who is divine, who is not. Today, we only look at people and judge them from a very superficial angle. We don't really know them. So if anybody comes wearing a Bhagwa Vastri, we just bow down to them. But even if whomever for example, you worship Krishna, if he comes in front of you, you won't. Because we are completely cut off from that beautiful world of vibrations of this Param Chaitanya that is all around us. And it's like breaking through and seeing something, a new dimension that we have not witnessed as of yet. So a realized soul is called as Dvijaha, means twice born. Also, a bird is called as Dvijaha because a bird first comes as an egg, and the world is that egg for it. When it breaks through, it sees the world for it really is. Today, we are like that bird in that egg, and we have to break through to see this completely new dimension. These vibrations can do miraculous things only for the betterment of yourself and others. And it's best to get it and experience it and establish it. We'll not talk about these chakras, nadis. It's a lot of heavy stuff. What we'll do now is just go into meditation. And there are a few simple steps that we'll first do to help ourselves. First, you can see those steps, and then we'll go into meditation. First of all, if you are sitting on the ground, you can sit cross-legged and put both of your hands open in your lap and sit straight, not very straight, not slouching also. If you are sitting on a chair or sofa, you can put your both feet apart on the ground and keep both hands open like this. And again, sit straight. Now, we are made out of 5 elements. And we use those elements a lot in Sahaja Yoga to cure ourselves, to bring ourselves into balance. We will be using a few in the next steps. Also, we'll be helping some of our centers with some prayers before we go into meditation. So you can see these steps right now with your eyes open. Later on, we'll do these steps with our eyes closed. So in the first step, we'll keep the left hand open in our lap and put the right hand towards the Mother Earth. Left hand open in our lap, right hand on the Mother Earth. Next, we'll keep the right hand open in our lap and put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Then we'll put both the hands towards the Mother Earth. Now we'll bring both the hands back into our lap, and the next steps are only to be done with our right hand. So left hand will be open in our lap as is, and the right hand will put it on our heart. Left hand in our lap, right hand on our heart. You can also do these steps right now with the eyes open. Later on, we'll do them with our eyes closed. Then we put this across our forehead like this, like we would in a headache, and bend our head forward a little. Right hand across the forehead and bend head forward a little. Then we place the palm, the center of our palm, of the right hand, at the top of our head, where it was a soft bone when we were kids. It's called as the fontanelle bone area, the talu. And we press the right hand on the talu and move it in a clockwise direction while pressing. Slowly we'll move it in a clockwise direction while pressing the palm. Then we'll see the vibrations just above our head. So these are all the steps, and we will do them now in meditation. As we said, self-realization doesn't take time, but it needs someone who can give it and someone who can take it. We have a great opportunity right now in front of us. And by Shree Mataji's grace, it happens very easily. Her photograph is very special. It emits those vibrations that makes this great happening possible inside of us. We'll sit comfortably with our hands open in our lap and look at Shree Mataji's photograph very respectfully. And keep all our thoughts, doubts, questions aside for now. Because these things can hamper this great happening. And why to lose on this opportunity because of some questions? The only thought that has to be in our minds right now is that I want to get my self-realization. I want to achieve the highest of the highest. Our hands are open in our lap and we're looking at Shree Mataji's photograph. She's here to give it to us. We just have to become the ones who can accept it, who can take our self-realization. Slowly, we'll close our eyes now and bring our attention inside. Just see what is happening right now. Now we'll do the steps that we have seen. We place the right hand on the Mother Earth and keep the left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand in our lap, open. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the imbalances and impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We'll bring our attention to our left palm and just see what is happening there right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. You can bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand bent from our elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the imbalances and impurities of my right channel through the ether element. Also bring your attention to both of your palms and see what is happening there. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Now we bring both the hands on the Mother Earth. Here we will pray, Mother, whatever impurities and imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever impurities and imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Now we bring both the hands back into our lap. The next steps will keep the left hand open in our lap as is and use the right hand. So right hand is to be placed on our heart. Left hand in our lap, right hand on the heart and press it here. Here we have to assert a great truth. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Please say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. We are in fact not this body, mind, thoughts, ego, conditionings, this personality, whatever we think of ourselves. All of this is fleeting, momentary. The only eternal thing is the spirit inside us, which is the reflection of God Almighty in all of us. So we say with full confidence that, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Now, as we are the pure spirit, we are not guilty at all. In meditation, in Sahaja Yoga, self-realization, if we feel guilty, we will not feel the vibrations on our hands because a certain chakra catches and that controls the nerves to our hands when we feel guilty. So we say with full confidence, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Whatever wrong we think we may have done, we leave it to God Almighty. He is the ocean of love and forgiveness. And we say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we bring this right hand to our forehead and press it across from both the sides like we would in a headache. And while pressing the hand, the forehead will bend our head forward a little. Here we have to forgive everyone without thinking of anyone, without remembering anyone. You just have to forgive everybody in general and say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. By not forgiving, we don't do anything. We play into the hands of people who have done wrong with us. But by forgiving, we leave it to God. Mother, I forgive everyone, myself included. O God Almighty, if knowingly or unknowingly I have done any mistakes against you, please forgive me too. O God, if knowingly or unknowingly I have made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. Now we bring this right hand at the top of our head and place the center of our palm on the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone when you're kids. It's called as talu, and push back the fingers completely so that the center of the palm is pressed upon the fontanelle bone area. While pressing, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction. While pressing, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction slowly so that the scalp also moves along and will bend our head forward. Here, we have to ask for it. Without us asking for it, Shree Mataji cannot give us our self-realization. Very humbly, we have to request, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please grant me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me the yoga union with the divine. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. You can stop moving the hand now and bring it back into a lap. We shall keep both the hands open in a lap and keep our attention where our hand was. Sit in meditation for a few seconds now. Can slowly bring our attention to both of our palms. The very center of our palms, we'll see there is a cool breeze coming out in one hand or both the hands. It could be hot also, but look at it minutely. Now we'll bring our attention to our fingertips. In one hand or the other hand or both, one or two fingers might be burning, itching, or like a ant crawling kind of sensation. This is the indication of these chakras on our hands. Now, once again, bring the right hand at the top of our head and raise it to just a few inches above the fontanelle bone area and move your hand back and forth, left and right. From a particular place, you'll feel the cool breeze coming out and touching your palm. It is again a very subtle feeling, so look at it a little bit minutely. Some people feel it very high up as well, so you can move the hand and see. Now bring the right hand back into your lap and see the same thing with our left hand. Right hand in our lap, open. Left hand just a few inches above our fontanelle bone area. You move it back and forth, left and right. See, from a particular place, you'll feel the cool breeze coming out. Now, in a last step, we'll put both the hands completely up towards the sky, elbows straight. Palms open towards the sky. We can ask one of these three questions 3 times. Oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya? Is this the divine energy, the cosmic energy? Is this the power of love of God that does everything? You can ask any one of these three questions 3 times. Slowly, we can bring our hands down and head back to the position. Once again, for a few seconds, we'll sit in meditation while keeping our attention at the top of our head, the fontanelle point. We can now slowly open our eyes. Look at Shree Mataji's photograph. You can see that there are no thoughts right now. Even with our eyes open, we are in meditation. This is the first boon that we get, is of Nirvichar Chetna, thoughtless awareness. We'll bring both our hands together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and our Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. For those of you who have joined recently, I would request you to continue attending these sessions for a while, as it may take a while to really establish this and understand what is being talked about. Also, one has to meditate at home and cleanse ourselves with some things that are described in Sahaja, very easy processes like foot soak and protect yourself with bandhan, etc. All of this can be learned by joining our WhatsApp group. The link is given in the YouTube chat. And also the videos are giving in the YouTube channel, short videos, which you can watch and learn. Joining the WhatsApp group would help you learn a lot more. But one very important thing is to attend centers near you. There are centers all over the world for Sahaja Yoga, and there you can meditate in collectivity along with others and grow much more and learn along with other Sahaj Yogis. It is again completely free of cost to all. As you know, we have these sessions going on thrice, at one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. You can attend any of these sessions to continue with this experience and understanding. And one session after you've established yourself is at 5:30 for seekers who have understood the basics and vibrations and want to go deeper into meditation. You can also bring people you know among your family and friends who can benefit from this. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending the session. Thank you, Shree Mataji, for this blissful experience. Jai Shri Mataji.